Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Amber Kelly, and today I will be making a folder out of file folders that I got from not Family Dollar, but Dollar Tree. And I'm going to show you one that I did. So this is the folder that I made for my son's mental health planner. Again, this is just happy notes, and I just used this cover, and I just used the tabs to put the months in. So that is all I did. All of this is dark grid because I like to boujo now. So bullet journal, I like to do that now. So I'm going to keep doing that as long as I can. But like I said, this is the folder, so it goes pretty far down. And then this is how it goes. So this is laminated. And again, you just use 2 laminating sheets, and I cut this while it was laminated. I have my laminator going because it is already trying to warm up. So okay, I'm gonna stop talking. So make sure that you give this video a big old thumbs up. I appreciate everybody that has been subscribing. It means a whole lot. And please make sure that your notifications are on, and drop your questions down below about anything that you would like to know about me, because I will be doing a Q&A video. And like I said, I will have some of my own questions. What would I like to ask myself if I was not myself? If you get what I mean. So yes, I'm gonna get started, and I may do some talking, and then I may not. I don't know, but let's get started. Okay, so what I did was, to make the folder, you could use your Happy Planner paper, which would be this. So let me get out a sheet. You could use this because it is the same size. So if you don't have a folder, you could use your ClassicSize sheet to use as a template. Normally when you get a planner or you get an accessory pack, it comes with the folder. So I just use the folders as my templates. Some of the folders I like, some of them hated it. If you don't know where that is from In Living Color. Now insert a clip. So now I have to figure out which pattern I want to use. Now I have done a folder in all 3 of these patterns. So because the last folder that I did, I messed it up when I was laminating it. So I'm going to do the owls. And it doesn't matter which one that you use. You can use the one that is at the end, the middle, or the other end. It does not matter. Or you can even cut these tabs off, and you can use them for your planner as well. So these do come in a 3-pack. So, and because I want my planner to, my folder, I want the folder to be closed on this end. So this is where the holes will go, if that makes sense. Because when you're trying to hole punch and when you got the laminator, this will not work. So I just switched it over to this side, which is still fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So I'm just going to line that up, and you will need your hole punch. Set that to the side. You will need, and I'm sorry about that, whole thing of glitter just fell, and more stuff is falling. So you will need your paper cutter. Again, if you hear any noise, that is my laminator going, because I need it to be hot. So like I said, you want to make sure everything is aligned from the sides, from the top, and you want to get it as close as you can to the line. And I'm gonna see if I can show you. So as close as to this line right here where you're going to cut it. That way it doesn't cut the original folder and it doesn't cut too much of this off. So I'm gonna zoom back out. And it went through perfect. Normally I keep these, I find something to do with these, but I don't throw those away either. And when I say perfect, perfect. So I'm just going to grab the other end and I'm just going to do the same thing. Put it right up against that line. I don't want to cut the original folder and I don't want to cut the file folder too much, which I think I did, but that is okay. So that is going to be the folder. Now, this is the part where you want to see what is it that you want to do. Do you want to do where it's slanted or do you want to do straight across? For this one, I did kind of like a slant, but it's kind of straight, but it's not really slanted. So I think I'm just going to do this one just straight across. So now I have to remember this is the end that I want to hole punch. So this right here is what I want to cut off, and I'm going to use the top. Now you can use scissors or you can use your paper cutter. And like I said, I'm trying to get it as close as I can to where it can line up. And now zoom in. So where this line is, this is where it's going to cut. So I want this indentation, this middle part, to be lined up exactly where that's at. So I'm just going to cut, and it's up to you how far down low you want to go or how far up you want to go. So I'm about right here, so I'm going to go down just a tad bit, about right there. So this is where I want to be. So since that is where I want to be, I know that I'm going to have to cut off right here. So normally, because I don't like to put it back in the paper cutter, just because it's kind of awkward cutting it, you can use your, no, that's not gonna work. Okay, this is where you would need your ruler. So I'm going to get my ruler and I'm just going to align it with this line. Make sure everything is straight, and even if it is not straight, don't really care. But for the sake of the video, let me see if I can find my other. So there are different types of what do you call these things? Rulers. Duh, Amber. So what I want to do is I just want to line it up and kind of get as close as I can to where it is cut, because I need all of that to come off. So this is how I want it to be. Now you can see that this is not even straight. So I'm gonna have a problem with this ruler. So I know y'all like, girl, if you don't just pick a ruler. Okay, I'm good right here. So I have it lined up, so I'm not gonna stress. So I'm just gonna go across here and this should come off, but because this file folder is thick, you definitely have to go through it. Okay. And as you can see, it's kind of, and at this point, really, you could get your scissors and just cut the rest off. Okay, and I'm gonna see if I can get my scissors. Y'all remember last video, I told y'all somebody, ouch, swiped my scissors. So, I can't use my bigger scissors. So there we go. And just take that off. And again, that is the back. So let me zoom out. Okay. So again, it's all about getting the right ruler. Okay. So because I'm going to use this again, I could place it on the opposite side and the stripe is over here and the stripe is over there. I could do that, but my brain does not operate like that. And this part right here, we're going to cut that off. So don't worry about if you have, and I'll show you, don't worry about this right here because we're going to cut that off. So, because I want this to be the background, now you don't have to use the other piece of this as the background to it, but because I don't feel like cutting any cardstock, I'm just going to use my double-sided tape that I still have a hard time using. And you don't have to use an exact whole lot, but you do want to put some on here where it is not coming back off, because technically the laminator is going to seal all of this, so you don't have to go overboard. So I just want to line this up. Okay. And I want to make sure that it's not a lot coming off. So the good thing about this is that you can reposition this before it actually really sticks. Okay. And then that would be the folder part. So normally I don't put adhesive tape down here because when I put stuff in here, that part will still be there. So normally I don't put any right here, I put it right here. So even the laminator is sealed, so it's not going to go anywhere and it's not going to come outside of the pocket. So there's really no need to do that. But if it bothers you and you know it's going to bother you, then go ahead and put it right there. I'm not putting it on this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my ruler and I'm just going to go down the side to clean up what I messed up. And like I said, you have to go through this a couple of times because this is some really thick folder to go through. And I'm going to clean that up with my scissors because I'm being extra. Okay. And you can always put washi tape on this to clean it up if you feel like you made a mistake, which there are no mistakes in DIYs. Okay. Like I said, I'm just making sure everything is okay. So I am going to put some washi tape on the edge. So the washi tape that I'm going to use, because that washi tape is kind of, this edge right here is blue and this washi tape is blue. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put the washi tape right there. So in this part, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to speed this up. Okay, so just to show you what I did, or kind of explain, I just added some washi tape. Nothing is wrong with the side of this, but I do like to add my own little touch. And I'm just going back over the sides, cutting any excess paper off, because once you laminate this, it's over. There is no coming back. So when you do this, you definitely want to go back over your size and make sure that you got everything off that you wanted to get off. And like I said, the washi tape is very much so optional. So how I normally do my laminator, well, my folders, or basically anything that will have a hole at the bottom. First of all, you need to make sure that your laminator sheets are clean, because whatever it is that you laminate, whatever it is that's on your laminating sheets, that's what's going to be on the laminator, and it's going to be stuck to your folder. So you definitely want to make sure that's clean. So I'm just going to open this up, in which this is the bottom. So I want to put the bottom of my folder in here. And as I can see, I'm going to have to clean that off. So you just have to really pay attention. And I'm going to open this up again, and I want this at the bottom of here. Like the top part I don't care about. I just want the part that I did not seal to be down here, because I did not put that adhesive tape on there, because I noticed that when I do that and I put my papers in, it's grabbing to the adhesive tape. So for it not to grab the adhesive tape, I just don't put any adhesive tape at the bottom. I use the laminator as my sealant, which is going to hold this. So I'm going to bring over my laminator, which is right here, which it has been on for quite a bit. So like I said, don't worry about the little slit in your folder, because you will not use that slit, or you will not get ready to slit the folder until after you have laminated this. So like I said, and don't hold it, and I noticed too, don't hold it so tight to where it has air bubbles, because those air bubbles are a pain in the butt to get rid of. So I'm putting the enclosed part in. So the part that's closed, I need that to be sealed so all the air bubbles can come out this way while this is still open. And my laminator must really love me, because she is acting right. Ain't that a blessing? So normally with the laminator and doing this, you have to do this a couple times. So like if you have like a plan to meet up in about 5 minutes, I would not suggest that this is a project that you do if you have somewhere to be in 5 minutes. So I'm just going on each opposite side. So I just flipped it over and I'm going on each side because I want to make sure the heat goes on both sides, and I need to make sure that those air bubbles are coming this way. Okay. So technically, I'm going to take the excess off, because normally I put this in here, and I'll show you. I'll put this in here on the side too, because if there's an air bubble on the side, it can come out this way as well. So I'm going to move that. And like I said, you don't want to cut too close. Sorry about the noise. You don't want to cut too close to where this will open back up. And you can always not cut enough, that is fine, but you don't want to cut off too much to where it's like no return. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back down just a little bit. I just want to get as close as I can to getting this excess off without opening the seal back up. And it is the 4th of July, so of course, if you hear any sudden pops or anything, I live in Chicago, so those are not gunshots. Those are just 4th of July shots. Okay. And I'm going to get this out again, but also I want to go ahead and I want to corner punch, because I may, and then I may not have to go back over the, normally this works out good. Oh, it did. I may or I may not have to go back and trim some of the laminate off. Just depends if this goes through the laminator. And because this is a lot of laminate, sometimes the corner punch acts crazy, but if you have a small pair of scissors, that's nothing to worry about. And then like here, no problem. So I'm just going to put it back in this way. And like I said, I do that on both sides. So yeah, so once I'm done doing this, I'll come back and we'll get ready to hole punch. Okay, so as far as with the laminate going, it did good. So here's what I'm going to do. Now you see I've used my Happy Planner hole punch to do this before I did the laminate. I will not put this through my my hole punch, because Happy Planner hole punch does not do good with laminate. So I'm just going to hand punch it, and then I'm going to cut it. So you could basically just use those Happy Planner hole punches as your guide. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to get my, let me see if I can zoom you in. I'm going to get my ruler, and I'm going to line it up just where I want to cut. So I see where it's kind of like not closed, but this is also where I cut it as well. So I'm just going to get my X-Acto knife, and I'm just going to make sure that I did this right. Okay, and I'm just going to press down on it. Okay, so because my X-Acto knife is not sharp, it's going to take me a little bit longer. And I don't know what happened to all of my X-Acto knives. Oh, here goes one. So I'm just gonna, let me make sure I didn't cut the other side. Okay, because that didn't sound good. So I didn't cut the other side, but I did cut where I originally cut this. So I'm just gonna go back over this again, just to open that up. Okay, and I want it to be right there. So because this is sealed, I just stop right there. So again, you can go through this again with the laminator, or you cannot. I think it's definitely personal preference. I'm just going to cut that off, or peel that off. Okay, so like I said, I'm just going to get the hole punch, and I know this looks like a lot, but it's really not. And like I said, once I go back over this with the laminator, it's going to seal up everything that I have reopened up. So me hole punching this is kind of like it is reopening the laminate up, but I'm going to put it back through the hole punch, the laminate, to seal up any holes that it may be. That way we don't have to worry, and this will also seal up anything that I am opening back up. So yes, it is the 4th of July, so everybody is cooking, driving crazy, and popping fireworks. I am in the house doing a tutorial. What a better, is there another better safe way to spend this great day? Think not. Okay, so I have punched the holes. I'm gonna go back in, and I'm gonna zoom out. We're gonna go back in. Now this time I'm going to laminate from this side because this side is open. So again, any air bubbles is going to come out through these. So I definitely want to put this side in first, and this is not going to reseal because I have already cut that, so it's not going to reseal. I'm going to put my ruler up because basically you're done. You are basically done. So I just did one side, and again, it is not closed. So I'm going to do the other side and then I'm done. Okay, what is the issue? Okay, there we go. So yes, please make sure you keep all your ugly folders because they make great templates. Okay. Okay, so we are done with the laminator. Woohoo! So you can see that it's back sealed closed. Nothing is open. Look at this. Everything is like it's supposed to be. Again, just like this folder. In the laminator sheets, I used 2. Each were 3 millimeters, so this is 6 millimeters because 3 plus 3 is what? 6. Yay! Okay. And I don't think I have any more A's because when I did this one, I put the A on here and I just laminated on top of that. So I don't think I have any more A's left because I think I have left my mark everywhere that I could, because just about everything that I have now has my initial on it. So I don't have any more A's, but this is the folder. And pulling it back out, and you see it's real stiff. So you see that there is nothing wrong. Everything is still intact. Goes in there nicely, comes out nicely. There you go. So that is how I did this side as well. So you can see the washi tape is on this side as well. Just because I say this part does not hole punch really good, so this is the more thinner side. So I hole punch the open side, have the closed side on that side. And this one is the same way. And you can use the other part of your folder as the background, or you can use cardstock, or decorate it any kind of way that you want. So I hope you all enjoyed that tutorial. Again, please hit that subscribe button, and as always, happy planning, and see you next time. Bye.